The day of September 19, 2017, Mexico was the receptor of an earthquake with a 7.1 magnitude. However, the zone most affected was the center of Mexico. An interesting fact is that precisely that day was the earthquake commemoration of the year 1985, and since this year in Mexico have been passing some earthquakes in the month of September. In the middle of the maelstrom, disaster, uncertainty, in spite of the touching feelings of sadness, fear, anguish, despair, one more time, the Mexican people show their strength, solidarity, and the unity by which it is characterized, and that also has the power of going through the social classes, religion, beliefs, political preferences, age, gender, not mattering what you had, you gave it from the heart, such as the help of workmanship, medical care, cooking, and so on. And the actions spoke louder than words.
So let's get started.
Okay guys, so I'm going to put you in context. And sorry. My sister and I, we were in secondary school, and next to our secondary school there was our English school. So when we finish our classes of English, we left and we have more or less 30 minutes free, and then we enter to the secondary. So we were there buying some gummies with the friend of my sister, she and I, and there were gummies of chili and I was picking up my money of my backpack when suddenly a man arrived. But first of all, I started to feel dizzy, and the door that was next to me was was crashing with the wall, and then suddenly a man arrived with his tea in his hand, and he was like, "You shouldn't be here, it's not safe." And I was like, "Oh really?" But my mind didn't work out, I was kind of in a shock because I didn't feel like it was shaking. And then I just felt how my sister was how she was separating of me, but I'm just staying
Okay,
there.
wait, I have to say something before that, because as my sister said, we were in the shop buying some gummies, and we were with my friend, and then the thing of the man happened, and then we started feeling dizzy, and so my friend immediately, she didn't even saw a second, she took me to the street, and in the middle of the street, to be more safe. And I was like, oh my god. But then I was watching my sister that was in front of me picking up her backpack, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? Just let the backpack right there. And I came back, I came back for my sister, and I took her to the middle of the street to be more safer. Yeah. Then you can continue.
Then when the earthquake finished, okay, and then we saw our English teacher. He was from United States, and he was walking very, very calm with his coffee,
Real relaxed,
and his sunglasses. I just asked him teacher, did you feel it? And he was like, feel what? And I was like, are you kidding me? And yeah, after the earthquake finishes, also we didn't know if enter to the secondary school or just stay there in the street until our parents arrived from us, because because we thought that the school wasn't like really safe, and we were like kind of in a shock, and we didn't know what to do, so we stayed in the street there. And then our one of our teachers of our English school saw us, and we were like, hi. And she was like, what are you doing here, girls? And we're like, oh,
waiting to our parents.
Yeah, we didn't enter to the secondary. And she was like, oh my god, you should have entered to your secondary school. And yeah, and so after that we
because of security, you know.
Yeah, after that we knocked the school door, and then they let us get in, and we wait there until our mom arrived from us. And now you say your part.
Okay, I have to say that my little sister's experience was at the beginning kinda funny. So
Yeah.
we just start. It's like exactly the thing that happened in the memes. But okay.
I was in the bathroom.
Oh my god!
My mother was washing me, and we started feeling dizzy.
Then
My mom put me the kitchen.
Oh my god!
the towel.
The towel in the kitchen. Towel in the kitchen, and después.
Then
My mom and me in the car for my sisters in the school, and I listen the news,
the radio.
Of the earthquake, and I was crying in all the way.
She was crying because she was listening into the radio that the buildings and the schools were like destroyed, and well, not all but some were destroyed, and that the building, yeah, and some kids and some people and adults were like
deaths under the construction.
In the school.
And yeah, and then we were like, when we were inside the secondary, we wait like 1 hour until my mom arrived, and after that we went to the house of my grandmother to see if everything was okay and that stuff. Also, we were there with my aunts, and the only one who was missing was my father, because he was in Mexico City, and in Mexico City was more
intensive.
Yeah, more intensive the earthquake.
And one fact that was happening, it was that the line of the phone and of the calls were like died, like they because they were so saturated that they were like
they weren't working
on. So we were trying the whole day to call or to contact my father to know something about him, but we couldn't, and it was a really
angusting situation.
Yeah.
And we even were crying because, like, imagine don't know how your father is, and more that in the news they were saying that in Mexico City or many edificios, many buildings were fall down,
schools,
and yeah, the images were like very
impact.
Well, I want to say the situation of my father.
Oh yeah. The situation of the experience of my father was kind of different because there in the Mexico City it was more heavy, or more the earthquake was like more
Intensive.
the earthquake was more intensive. So my dad was in the in a store, yeah, it was like in a store in
Kind of store or basement.
yeah, like a basement store. So he was there, and he was there talking with the people, and then he suddenly felt like a kind of wave under the floor, and he was like, it's not is this do you feel dizzy? Like, he asked to the people if they
Feel the same.
Yeah.
If they feel this.
if they felt the same, and everyone was like, no. And my dad was like, okay, maybe it was me, and then suddenly everybody were like literally like this.
Yes.
And the thing was that they felt like different ways, but it was really intensive. So you don't even could walk, because the movement was so heavy that you couldn't move. So my dad was trying to move. Everybody was trying to move and getting to walk. Yeah, everybody was trying to walk and to go to the exit.
But there was the problem, because there was a woman who was standing on the exit like this, literally. So no one was able to go outside the building, and it was very dangerous. So
Really?
my father was behind that woman, and what he thought like immediately was to push her outside the building so everyone could be not in danger anymore, and also she. So he did that, and after that, when he
Was
was
outside.
outside and walked.
So my dad was outside of the building, and he was he was watching around him, and he saw like all the buildings moving so crazy. It was really impacted for him, because also the intensity of the magnitude of the earthquake was of 7.1. So imagine that.
As my sister was saying, while he was walking, he was watching a lot of people like in shock. A lot of buildings destroyed, schools, people trying to look for their
Relatives.
family, yeah, for their relatives. There were
But something
accidents.
something really amazing it was that in that moment that Mexico were like in a really bad situation. The people, no matter in what they were doing, no matter anything, the borders were like eliminated in that moment, and everyone was helping. And some people were my dad told me that he saw like a lot of cars and trucks like with a lot of people, like they were literally like so full of people. All the cars were full of people going to to different parts or zones to help. And yeah, and the one important thing is that there were like moments of silence. These moments of silence, they used to not talk. They used to make this like this. So if someone did this, everyone was so quiet. So quiet. Why? You know? Well, it was because to listen, to try.
If someone was
Yeah, to try to listen if someone was under the
construction,
yeah,
or
under the
building that
construction.
fall down.
Yeah, under the construction or the buildings. So everyone was silent, trying to listen if someone was making some noise or to get help. So that was this thing.
And actually, for that earthquake, our classes were suspended like for a long time. Yeah, and imagine like
how many times you didn't go to the secondary?
I don't know.
We didn't go like a month.
And well, imagine like being there and that suddenly your house, imagine fall down,
Your home.
or yeah, like those things fall down, and maybe that
second.
also you lost a loved one, and that was really like, there are not words to describe it, how does it felt. And yeah, unfortunately all of us, all of my family, my parents, my grandparents, my sisters, my aunts, everyone was okay and nothing bad happened to them, and I really thank that. And yeah,
One important thing we wanna say to you is that if you're in an earthquake, try to don't get totally shocked, because you're putting on risk your life and the life of the others. So just try to think quickly and try to
react.
follow the indications to be safe.
And well, we also wanna let you how does the earthquake alarm in Mexico sound like, so you can recognize it if you ever come.
Listen carefully.
Alerta sísmica. Alerta sísmica. Alerta sísmica. Alerta sísmica.
So this is the end of our first video, guys. We hope you like it, and don't forget to
Subscribe.
Give it a like.
and comment down below if you have ever lived an earthquake.
See
Bye.
you.
See you.